Ladies and gentlemen, today we embark on a journey together, one that explores the essence of self-discovery, empowerment, and growth. Each of us holds within ourselves untapped potential, waiting to be unlocked. Yet too often we allow self-doubt and fear to stand in our way. Today I challenge you to embrace the power within you, to embark on a path of self-discovery and empowerment that will lead to profound personal growth. Imagine a life where you are fully aligned with your passions and purpose, where you wake up every morning driven by a sense of fulfillment and purpose. This is not an unattainable dream. It is within your grasp, waiting for you to unlock the key to self-empowerment. Information is the most valuable resource that I am aware of. Don't you think so? Now let's only discuss a few essentials for self-motivation, and we're all motivated in some way. Motivation, in my opinion, is the will to accomplish what you consider to be worthy. And a lot of individuals never discover their own greatness in life because they lack the drive to challenge themselves or because they haven't found anything that they think is valuable to do so. Many a flower has flowered endlessly and wasted sweetness upon the chilly desert air, according to a poem I once heard. To put it simply, it means that a lot of gifted people have gone undiscovered, and the world has never had the opportunity to witness their brilliance because they didn't take the time to start expressing, showing, or inspiring themselves to bring about the things they were meant to bring into the world. How can your motivation be quantified? On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your current situation? Now let's take care of yourself. On a mental scale of 1 to 10, how would you rank yourself? Your inner state of mind toward yourself, your feelings about yourself, and your outlook on life. When it comes to your physical appearance and overall health, how would you rank yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? Do you look after your own needs? Do you permit yourself to become obese and unfit? Do you have an awareness of your health? Are you paying attention to the food you put into your body? Do you intentionally try to work out? It was George Burns, you know. He stated that although we cannot stop growing older, we also do not have to. Additionally, a lot of us age prematurely as a result of neglecting our own needs. Your surroundings are a highly reliable indicator. Is it what you want it to be? On a scale of 1 to 10, do you think it's appealing? Are you happy with your current position or line of work? It was stated that 85% of Americans were dissatisfied with their jobs. Are you merely passing the 8 hours of the day doing nothing that challenges you, doesn't need you to stretch your mind, doesn't excite you, or doesn't find you inspiring, something about which you don't feel fulfilled? That has to have an impact on your relationships, drive, and self-esteem if you're doing it all the time. How has it affected your life thus far? Is the relationship healthy or is it poisonous? Does it weaken you or does it strengthen you? Consider that for yourself. To what extent are you driven to take action? What are you giving? What are your acts and contributions? There will be a lot of people who vanish from the cosmos. Nobody will be aware of their presence. In fact, we may actually place them under there, not used up under their name. Will anyone be aware that you arrived here? What kind of contribution are you making? What will you depart from? What has changed as a result of your arrival? It was once said that life is a gift from God to us, and that our way of living is a gift from God to us. What sort of present are you creating? Do you prefer to keep this present and use it for something else instead of giving it back? Consider that. What actions are available to us? What are some strategies we may start utilizing to keep ourselves motivated when our energy runs out? For I don't give a damn about who you are or what you do. You're going to grow fatigued eventually. You will eventually fall into a rut. It seems like nothing you try to do is successful. There are moments when it feels as though you lack the resources or the motivation to take action. That at times you behave as though you're inebriated from drinking punch. That you're simply getting by in life, passing the time, day in and day out, staring at any available television, feeling hopeless, worthless, and bored, and that you're just appearing depressed. How do you proceed? How can one break free from a pattern? How come you feel upset with yourself when you know you're capable of more than what you're doing, but you're not doing it because you're unhappy with where you are? How do you escape the situation? How do you keep yourself motivated? Participating in the process of obtaining self-mastery is one of the things we need to accomplish. You have to always be improving yourself. Never be content with who you are. Never forget, that the greatest advantage humans have over animals is the ability to devote time and effort to themselves. You see, a dog is only going to be a dog. A tree is a tree and nothing else. You are a human being with boundless potential. You are able to exert yourself, and you can change your life wherever you are at any time by focusing on and growing yourself. You want to improve yourself then. You should read novels that uplift and encourage you. You want to play recordings on cassettes repeatedly. Additionally, I advise you to start your morning with tapes on. You wish to dictate the tone of the day. Your mind is processing information at a rate of 10. 5 wave cycles per second when you first wake up. The subconscious is most susceptible to impressions during that time. What you hear in the first 20 minutes of your morning will determine how you feel the rest of the day. As you listen to the tapes, do so with a calm belief that you can do this. And if you pay attention to them, listen to them repeatedly, you will eventually make progress. After months of listening to the same recording, you can hear something that has a special meaning for you that you have never heard before. Alternatively, you can read the same book again and obtain some unique insight. I can't believe I missed that the first time, you say. You therefore wish to participate in your own personal growth. The majority won't act in that way. The majority of people will give in to that internal dialogue and won't put in that much work or energy on themselves. Oh, please refrain from doing that. There's not enough time. You're too preoccupied and engrossed in the rat race. The majority won't act in that way. They won't, however, make the time to attend seminars, lectures, or workshops that will help them become better people. And as you keep improving yourself, you'll start to get a wider picture of who you are. As you start working towards self-mastery, you'll start to see changes in all areas of your life, including your relationships, finances, social life, mental health, and physical health. Therefore, focus on your personal growth because trust me when I say this, you will eventually settle for less. And the majority of us have already, as have most others. What sort of life settlement have you made? As you may be aware, when we reach agreements based on previously announced court settlements, it indicates that you choose to accept a lower offer than what you would have received had you gone to trial. You didn't think you could win it, which is why you reached an out-of-court settlement. Thus, you reached a settlement outside of court. A large number of us make life settlements, taking less than we truly deserve. Even when we don't feel good about it, we force it to function in our thoughts, and we'll find a way to justify it. What sort of life settlement have you made? Because we lack the guts to make changes in our relationships, a lot of us settle for less than what we really desire. I used to do a session called, Are You Dying Together or Living Together? People are simply passing away in unison. There was a song by Gladys Knight that went, Neither one of us wants to be there. The first to bid adieu. The next step is to start identifying some of the factors that motivate you to drive yourself in addition to improving yourself. Additionally, you feel good about yourself as you improve. You also start treating yourself differently as your self-esteem grows. Create a health strategy. You see, poor health makes it impossible to feel well and perform effectively. Without your health, it is impossible for you to perform. Your well-being is precious. Create a health plan that you will stick to because it's the only thing you have to get you through this journey we call life. And since you care about and love yourself sufficiently, you want to take good care of it. That's not an easy task. Maintaining a health plan and following it is not simple. However, you're worth it if you do it repeatedly. I've shed 22 pounds a few times. 7. I always carry it out. I adore potato chips. Those who know me are aware of my affection for M&M peanuts. I adore sandwiches with peanut butter and jelly. My mom makes the best sweet potato pie. I adore this. I occasionally include it in my health plan, but it's not always there. I said that sweet potato pie is a must in this fleeting existence. I want you to put a piece of sweet potato pie in my coffin if I go tonight, and you should see how happy I get. The second thing to remember is that motivational factors are crucial when you look for yourself, to one's own drive. You aspire to lead a vibrant and passionate life. You should deliberately try to be animated. You see, you're always saying hello or farewell in life. You are either en route or en route. Let the dead people rest in peace. Some people merely stroll by, smile, and ask, How are you doing, honey? Keep your distance from these individuals. Simply leave them behind. It has an impact on you. It makes you want to grin. Your desire is to be content. You have a great deal to be grateful for. However, you see some of the faces surrounding you on a daily basis, and I can assure you that some of these faces will make you feel down. Thus, you should turn your head to avoid these kinds of faces when you see them approaching. The next thing you should do is keep an eye on the things you say to yourself in your inner monologue. You desire to observe them. You want to take command while you're observing them. My friend told me this evening, and she did a great job at it. I didn't want to come tonight, she said. I was in such a bad mood. I replied, I'm going anyway. That was the conversation, you see. You don't feel like it, that's right. In all honesty, you don't need to do it. Reading is not actually necessary. Ignore all of that. That's the inner dialogue. Oh, you don't have to be concerned about attempting to start your own company. Ignore that. That is not possible for you to accomplish. Imagine losing everything. That's something you brought up in a conversation that prevents you from doing as much as you would like to. Avoid doing that. How on earth are you going to consider becoming a motivational speaker? The contacts are not with you. You lack the necessary funds. You do not know the proper individuals. You're going to stand up there and suddenly find yourself completely blank. Ignore all of that. You recall the panic you felt the first time you got up in front of some people. In your thoughts, you got up and sat down. Are you forgetting? And I replied in the affirmative. I continued saying, shut up. It is therefore necessary for you to develop the ability to short-circuit override and confront yourself, the one with constant talking. You will learn unfavorable information in 85% of those conversations. It is unfavorable. When you're not actually exhausted, it will tell you that you are. It will inform you that you are incapable. It will make you feel afraid. Therefore, you need to keep an eye out for that talk. And if you see it happening, interrupt it by saying, I'm going to do this anyway. Though I'm scared, I'm also afraid not to do it, and I won't let you stop me. There is an old African saying that states, if there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. This means that the largest obstacle you will face in life is yourself. Asking yourself what you want out of life is the next essential component of self-motivation. What are your goals in life? In a job, what are your goals? What career goals do you have? What are your goals in a romantic partnership? What are your desires? What sustains your life? When you receive it, how will you know? What will bring you joy? You must be aware. You must begin to pose some questions to yourself. What is it that I honestly, sincerely want? You must be precise in your statement. Avoid being ambiguous. Yes, all I want is to be content. That is overly ambiguous. What will bring you joy? When you receive it, how will you know? Focus on it. Be precise and detailed. And while you do that, your mind's reticular activating system, also known as your superconscious mind, will be stimulated, starting to look for things that it can identify with. When you start figuring out what you want, make the time to put it in writing. Not only consider it, but put it in writing. That is a subconscious process that is subjective in nature. Put it in writing. Read it 3 times a day, morning, noon, and night, after you've written it down. You hold the secret to personal development and empowerment, my friends. It starts with a decision to develop a resilient and determined mindset, to believe in yourself and to accept your strengths. As you proceed, keep in mind that difficulties are chances for development rather than roadblocks. Give them a brave embrace. Now is the time to realize your potential, take charge of your life, and set out on a path to a fulfilling and purposeful future. Start right now rather than waiting until tomorrow. Even while the path won't always be simple, every step you take will get you one step closer to realizing your full potential. Discover the secret to your own empowerment, progress, and self-actualization, and allow it lead you to an infinitely promising future. Everything you require is already within you. Accept it, believe in it, and start your trip right now.